What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated, right? So the Knicks pull off a great victory tonight by beating their rivals, the Miami Heat, 101-92 in a playoff atmosphere in the Garden. It was electric in there tonight, man. It was a much-needed win. Now the Knicks are up 4 games in the standings on the Heat, which was a great win, much needed. But listen, IQ keeps it rolling. Was a great again tonight. He had 24 points, helped by Grimes, who had 23. The return of Jalen Brunson, he had 12. RJ helped out with 12, and Josh Hart also was Josh Hart being great again off the bench. He had 13 points. He had 8 boards, and of course, iHeart being iHeart, he had 6 points and 9 boards, right? Both of those guys closed out the game. We needed everybody, all hands on deck, because, of course, as you guys know, our star went down tonight. Julius Randle sprained his ankle, which was a nasty sprain in the second quarter. Yeah, man, that was a nasty, nasty fall, man. So we got to see exactly what it's going to look like for him. It might be day-to-day for him. So hopefully he can come back. But this was a close game. It was a close game. The Knicks kind of started off shaky. First quarter was 23-19. The Heat. Then the Knicks came back 21-23. Second quarter. Third quarter, Heat was 30-28. The Heat won. And then the Knicks clamped it down in the fourth to pretty much pull it out and win that one 25-16. And that was the ball game, right? The Knicks locked it down in the second half to pretty much, in the fourth quarter to pretty much solidify this win, which was, like I said, playoff atmosphere in the Garden. So let's go straight to the highlights, all right, people? Listen, man, fabulous win tonight, fabulous win. And I think for me, what I loved about this win more than anything was that you saw the young guys stepping up. You saw Grimes. He had 23. He wasn't afraid to shoot the ball, right? You saw IQ coming off the bench. And actually, when IQ came off the bench, he was met with a loud ovation from the crowd. The crowd was excited that he came in, especially coming off his 40-point night the other night. So it was great to see him. He pretty much just took off where he left off at, right? It didn't matter. I like to see those guys pretty much playing in that type of atmosphere with the Garden. We all know how the pressure can be sometimes in New York City, especially playing on center stage like that in MSG on 34th Street. So we know that jersey can be heavy, man. That pressure is real, right? We know that. But those young guys who we drafted, our homegrown guys, stepped up and just pretty much showed, like, listen, we're ready, man. We're ready for the stage, and we're ready to show and prove this playoff season, right? And IQ came out on fire, and Grimes came out on fire, and it was just great to see. Great contributions, of course, from Jalen Brunson. His first game back, he was a little rusty, but it's to be expected, right? He's been out for a couple of games. He's got that, obviously, that wrap on his hand, so he's obviously injured still, right? So he's just fighting through it. So it was great to see him come back, kind of get his rust off, right? But I just love the intensity of Josh Hart, of course, coming off the bench. And he was big also in the fourth quarter, guys. He scored 8 of his 13 in the fourth quarter, which was fabulous, right? He had that one where he got the loose ball, came straight down the lane. Jimmy Butler, he looked off Jimmy Butler, banged it, right? And that was pretty much big. And also, RJ had a huge three-pointer in that corner, which was fabulous, right? Also, guys, you got to give Thibodeau credit, right? He pretty much ended off with the hot hand. He did not force Brunson to go back in. He kept IQ out there with Grimes. Those guys had it going. And I like that, right? You pretty much, he kept iHeart out there, who did a great job on Bam Adebayo. It was just great, man. Just all together. Great win for this team. Right pretty much with the playoffs being close, like right around the corner. Knicks got 5 more games left and 2 games to clinch. They're going to have to do is win 2 more games and they clinch their playoff spot. So hopefully they can do that. But we got to see what's going on with the health of Julius Randle. That's big. That's big time, guys. You got to understand, he is an all-star. He is a force. Listen, I know we get on him all the time sometimes with his antics, right? But listen, like I've always said, Randle is uber talented. So he is definitely somebody that we're going to need in the playoffs, and we cannot dismiss that, right? So hopefully, if it is just a light sprain, he can maybe be out a couple of games, and he can come back, be ready to go for the playoffs. Because we're going to need him. We're going to need him big time when we start facing against the upper echelon of the East, right? So we got to see how he goes and how he feels, and hopefully we can get him back ASAP, right? Get ready for this playoff run. All right, but listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming by, leave comments. And also, too, please subscribe. All right? I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out, people. Peace.